Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. There you go. All right, now we're back to the channel. All right, I'm Kris. This is not a request. What am I doing? I'm trying to turn the volume down. It's okay. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing top fives, seriously weird videos going viral right now. I was just getting ready to start recording and it popped up on my feed on the TV. That way. Actually, it's that way, but in reality, it's that way. Because where Kate is, she's right next to a wall. So, none of that matters to you. But I'm just, I'm just telling you. So this was on my feed, and there's a picture. Looks like a woman in a canoe with a big red arrow pointing down. And I thought, I like top fives, so let's do it. And if I've done everything correctly, should be ad-free. Thank you. I know. I got a VPN, so I'm going to be able to do a couple of things where I couldn't get to them. So I'll be able to do those. Now, I can't guarantee that wherever you are, you'll be able to see them, because I know timeline. I will, let's say I do 4 parts. I'll do 1, 2, everyone has access, but then 3, because of a copyright issue, it's limited. And then 4 is available. I've had quite a few people go, when are you going to finish that? Why'd you just skip a part? I didn't. It's just that when they put it out, some people can't get access to it because of a copyright protection in certain areas. It doesn't make any sense to me, but what am I supposed to do? I can't do anything. So let's get in this video. We're going to break this video down into 14 parts, 1 minute each.
Get ready to dive into the chilling depths of the internet as we explore 5 seriously spooky videos that are currently going viral and sending shivers down the spines of viewers worldwide. So from eerie encounters caught on cell phone cameras to inexplicable paranormal activities documented by fearless explorers, the following videos will leave you questioning the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural. You know what to do. Hit those lights, sit back, and enjoy.
Get ready to be scared.
The disappearance of Nancy Ng. Nancy Ng, a 29-year-old paraprofessional in the Alhambra Unified School District in Los Angeles, vanished on October 19, 2023, in Guatemala during a
October 19th, 2023? Oh wow, that was recent. This is the thumbnail that I'm seeing. She's in a canoe, so it must be in the bay. In the water.
Kayaking trip organized by the yoga retreat she'd been attending. Nancy was joined by 10 others on the kayaking excursion in question, many of whom saw her during her final moments. According to reports, Nancy hopped in her kayak, joined another kayak halfway through her journey, before allegedly jumping from her kayak, never to be seen again. However, the rest of the retreat members, including the woman who last saw her alive, haven't been cooperating with authorities as they investigate the disappearance. The eeriest part about this case is the short clip of video footage taken right before Nancy vanished. In the following clip, you're going to see Nancy aboard her kayak, smiling and waving enthusiastically to whomever was recording. The video depicts a few other unidentifiable kayakers off to the side, seemingly aware of Nancy's approach.
Side question, not related to this, and I'm sorry to get off the topic. Kind of. Has anyone been kayaking before? I never have. I've seen the little kayaks, but I've never been in one. And I've always been fearful for when you're paddling that you'll too hard and maybe tumble over or something like that. I'm pretty sure they're much more stable than I'm thinking they are, but it looks like it's a lot of fun. And I really wanted to do. I've been in canoes. I've been in a canoe, not by myself, with another friend. and we were paddling, but I've never been in a kayak. Something about it just scares me because it's so small and you're set down in the water. And I always feel like, man, if a shark or alligator or Loch Ness monster, whatever, I always feel like you're dead you're dead in a canoe. So I guess it really doesn't matter. But I just was wondering if anyone's kayaked before, because it looks really fun.
Take a look at this footage. While the video does not appear to show anything incriminating, it is incredibly unsettling to think that these are the last happy moments Nancy was able to experience before disappearing into thin air. And while officials believe she vanished as a result of drowning, her family believes this isn't the case, as the key witnesses have remained silent about the entire ordeal. They believe they have something to hide, nefarious or not. These details...
That's saying that everyone that was out there canoeing was in this mass conspiracy. That's the word. That they all decided, hey, let's go out. And if there's one person on this trip that we don't know, let's kill them. Now, when witnesses are being difficult with the police, I will say this in defense of them. We would all like people to just be upfront and honest. But the problem is that a lot of times being upfront and honest with police officers, you think you're helping out. But really, if the cops have decided to pinpoint you, then everything you do and or say will be used against you in a court of law. So I understand it's difficult. The smartest thing you can do as somebody who is there, when the police come to you, you want your lawyer present. You don't want to answer any questions, because you don't know what their thinking is. By the police, you don't know what the cops' thinking is. Now, granted, the cops are showing up and not immediately going, well, that person right there has a tattoo on their neck, they're obviously a murderer. Like, they're not doing that. But your best bet when you're in a situation like that is to just be protected. I know you want to do a good thing, and it comes across when they're being evasive or something. They might just be having their lawyers deal with it, because they don't want any kind. I mean, no one wants to be accused of murder. So you are using a lawyer to go through, and so the cops can say, they're being difficult. Well, yeah, they can say that, and it does paint you in a bad light. But you have the right to be safe. You have the right to a lawyer. I don't know how every country works, so I do apologize. But like, I would never, if I was standing somewhere and I'm literally right next to someone who was shot, killed, or whatever, I'm lawyering up if I had nothing to do with it, because I was right there. Well, why couldn't I have done it? You know what I mean? Like, it sounds bad, but I think in everyone deep down inside, just think, if someone you don't know was killed or came up missing, and the police are investigating, you are a suspect. You got to protect yourself. Even if you know you're innocent, you still have to protect yourself. You know, if they say, hey, come in and give a polygraph, those aren't admissible in court. So, you know, but I'm just saying to people, I understand why they're being, I don't want to say the cops are saying they're being difficult, but I'm not going to say that. Maybe they are. Maybe they're just, but they also have the right to remain silent. In the U.S., at least, you're not obligated to tell a cop, yeah, I'm guilty, you got me. Like, no, they have to prove your guilt. You don't have to prove your innocence. That's not how it works.
May be the key to solving Nancy's mystery. This would also add an even creepier aspect to this video. Not only would it depict Nancy right before she disappeared, it might depict the person responsible for her vanishing in the first.
I wonder who she was waving to. If there was family or friends there. Because, I mean, the camera is recording her going out. So, did it record everything?
Place. The family has since initiated a search, with rescue teams scouring Lake Atitalan, where she was last seen. Despite efforts by helicopter and boat teams, the lack of cooperation from witnesses has impeded progress, prompting concerns of a criminal element in the case. Private search teams, including Black Wolf helicopters, have been employed, but the absence of witness information hinders their ability to pinpoint any specific location. Frustrated and fearing the case may turn cold, Ng's family have sought assistance from local prosecution authorities, the FBI, and the US Department of State. The FBI has engaged with Guatemalan authorities, closely collaborating on the investigation. Ng's family pleads for witnesses to come forward, desperate for answers as the search intensifies.
Look, I don't know how things are in Guatemala, but you could have been one of those people that are blurred out before the camera panned over, and the cops could come to you and say, "We know you did it. Where's the body?" Right off the bat, you're going to be like, "What? What are you talking about?" Instantly, they put you in a you have to prove you didn't do it, otherwise we're taking you to jail. I'm not saying that's what the cops did, but I'm saying that is a way to start an investigation. Not a good way, but that's a way to start an investigation to get everyone to not talk to you, because instantly they're thinking, well, anything that I say, they're gonna. I could have receipts of everything that I did that day. You were on that lake. She was on that lake. She's dead. It's your fault. So I'm just, they keep saying the witnesses are doing that, but you don't know what the cops have said to them to make them not want to talk. And again, I'm not saying that the cops are doing that, and the witnesses there literally could be just a group of people that have decided, hey, let's just kill this person. I'm not, but I am leaning some defense towards the witnesses.
Pennsylvania Sasquatch. We love Bigfoot, and this next video's origin isn't anything recent, but the video itself has recently gone viral for the incredibly fascinating yet fearsome discovery it depicts. In the video, a farmer from Pennsylvania in the United States was investigating strange occurrences happening in the woodlands behind his family's backyard. What he found was nothing short of terrifying. Take a look.
What a terrible flashlight. Why don't you just walk outside with a candle? That's terrible. What was that? What am I hearing? Oh!
The footage appears to show an albino or otherwise white Sasquatch creature, its haunting black eyes staring directly into the soul of the viewer.
All right.
It only happens for a moment though, before the Pennsylvania Bigfoot turns and runs off into the night. For all of the Sasquatch sightings and videos reported on in the past couple of decades, this one is considered one of, if not the best footage of a potential Bigfoot. The beast in the video has high shoulders, a long upper lip, large triangular eyes, a pronounced brow ridge, along with consistent colour and shine to its fur or hair. Some viewers wonder if this isn't necessarily an albino Sasquatch, but rather a relatively older creature, hence why it appears white on camera. Along with the video, the third party who uploaded it provided the following caption: Strange noises being heard at night of what appears to be some sort of Bigfoot human-looking type creature. The creature, though, is white in colour. A homeowner captured this footage when they heard a disturbance in the backyard of their wooded property.
That's what I saw. It was... Oh, come on, mouse. It was nothing. Because I said, what was that? And this is what I saw.
The homeowner and others in this town had previously heard strange noises and disturbances for the last 2 weeks or so, prior to this being captured on film.
You could hear the
town
breathing.
was confirmed as Carbondale, Pennsylvania. Like all Bigfoot videos, there are those who are skeptical of the authenticity. Some believe this is nothing more than a Halloween costume, camouflaged by the poor quality of the footage.
The footage doesn't bother me, it's the flashlight. Listen, I got this flashlight right here. This thing is 100 or 120,000 lumen. If I look at it right in the eye, I will blind myself. It is ridiculous. The best part about this, seizure time, is I can be out and shine this light. I almost turned it on again. I can be out. I mean, it even tells you it gets hot. You can't see that, but it does say hot. Kind of blurry. But, I mean, this thing could start a fire. You let it warm up, put a little piece of newspaper on it, and it'll catch it on fire. It's extremely warm. And you could be in the middle of the night and I can shine this light. And you can see for distances. We were at a bonfire. And I turned that bad boy on. And a cop was driving by and ended up swooping around and coming up, and he was just like, that's the brightest goddamn light I've ever seen. He said, you turned it on, I was going by. He said, I looked and it was like someone had a flashlight right in my face. And I was three or four blocks away from him. And as he was driving by. So, I mean, it's... The light, what I'm saying is, I apologize, the light, the flashlight, low quality, makes me question. Because you just got a little light on the screen, that's it.
And low light offered by the farmer's flashlight. However, some cryptid experts have analysed the video and believe it truly does depict a creature of non-human origin. In recent years, the town of Carbondale, Pennsylvania, has continued hearing strange noises in the night, as well as potential sightings of similar beasts stalking the surrounding woods. While footage as good as this has yet to be recovered, it's only a matter of time before the terrifying mystery of the albino Sasquatch reaches its next chapter.
I want to, I'm going to pause the video for just a second because I want to look up something. Okay, so this is what I wanted to look up. The largest ape that ever lived was doomed by its size. That's not important. This is National Geographic's. What you're looking at, clearly, is not real. Yeah, no, that's what I like. Anyways, this is called the Giant Opithecus. And it existed, went extinct about 300,000 years ago. Humans were still around. But it's more closely with the orangutan or orangutan. I don't know what you're supposed to call them now. These looking things right there. So, is it impossible to say, I want to believe the Bigfoot exists. Is it impossible to say that they exist? 300,000 years is a long time. Especially if that was, you know, at least when they were last seen. But, I mean, we do find things that we thought were extinct, but that's usually in the ocean. But anyways, I just wanted to show this that, yeah, a form of a Bigfoot did exist at one time. If you didn't know. Back to the video. I'll shut up now. This is where there you go.
Dog shooed away by a ghost. In November of 2023, the popular paranormal TikTok account, Nightmare Fuel, uploaded a haunting clip that's now making the rounds all over the internet. Take a look.
junk.
Is there a ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What is this first?
Where's the ghost? Right there. Where? Where is it? She's staring at the God.
The video starts off showing nothing more than a woman's dog barking at what appears to be nothing. Now, while domesticated dogs are known to do this, the woman in the background is convinced there is more than meets the eye. She believed a ghost was in her midst, and that her dog was perceiving this restless spirit. It wasn't until near the end of the video that proof of something more supernatural made it in the footage. If you take a closer look, you'll see a floating hand appear from thin air and shoo the dog backwards as it continues to bark at something unseen. Once the hand disappears, you'll then see the cautious canine walk forward to the spot where the hand appeared, sniffing around like something actually appeared out of nowhere. Because this video has gone viral and aggregated across various sources, it's impossible to say who the woman was and where this video was recorded. Wherever it was, we hope that dog gave up on trying to disturb the spirits at hand. It appears troubling an upset ghost or ghoul isn't worth the risk. Next time, it might not just be the apparition of a hand that spooks the subjects. Demonic figure church haunting. Earlier in 2023, the Russian urban exploration channel Dark Ghost Paranormal uploaded what first appeared to be another regular video. The host of the channel, Dennis, could be seen exploring an old abandoned church somewhere in the countryside. The church had been left to rot for decades, tucked away in a dark and dreary corner of the woodland. It wasn't until halfway through the video when things started to go awry. After hanging around the middle of the church for a few moments, Dennis hears a noise from elsewhere around the structure. It sounds like a human voice, either humming or singing, the noise fading in and out at different intervals. At this point, he walks from each point in the church to try and uncover where the sound might be coming from. A couple of times he thinks something or someone is behind him, only to turn around and point his flashlight at the trees beyond the church's walls. It isn't until the mysterious humming has reached its peak when Dennis turns the camera back to a familiar doorframe, only to find an unfamiliar presence has appeared under the arches. Take a look.
Yeah, I see it. Why'd you take your light off it? Come on, man.
Peeking around the corner is what appears to be a humanoid figure dressed in a black cloak of sorts, with a hood or garment covering their head.
And it's fake as shit. If something did that to you, why would you with your light? Shut up. Shut up. Fake.
You can hear the palpable fear behind the camera, with Dennis breathing heavier, startled by the sudden shadowy presence. He jumps as he whips the camera behind him, making sure nothing has crept up to his blind side. One of the stationary cameras he had in the middle of the church was able to capture a similar shadowy figure, albeit with much light clarity. Whatever was hiding in the church obviously made their presence known to Dennis. However, for what purpose is impossible to say. He has since returned to YouTube with plenty of new videos, so we know he made it home safely that night. As for the creepy apparition, well, where there are churches, there are angels, and where there are angels, there are demons. It might be best for the next urbex enthusiast to leave that specific church alone. You might not be as lucky to walk away unscathed from whatever masked marauder was hanging around, humming their haunting melody underneath the moonlight.
Okay, it kind of makes sense that he would shine the light behind himself, just to make sure nothing's sneaking up on him. But I don't know. I don't know how I would act in that scenario. I don't know if I would be shining behind me or if I would be focused on what was in front of me and then looking like this, but you probably couldn't see anything, so I'd be But if that's the case, if there's something in front of me, and I'm paranoid that something's going to sneak up on me, I'm just going to run. I'm not going to stick around. Why do I need to stick around so that I can be crucified by my penis? No, you're not going to crucify me by my penis, because it's not pleasant, I don't think. I'm 70% sure it's uncomfortable.
The Rake Beyond the Pines.
I've seen this one.
The final video we'll be taking a look at was uploaded to TikTok.
Okay, I've seen this one. I'm kind of mixed on it, but there's a part that I'm going to point out. It gets dark, and then it comes light. And I've only noticed myself pointing this out. Something runs, and I will try to pause it, and I'll point it out on the screen. You'll see what I'm saying. It's kind of creepy.
TikTok in early summer 2023 by the motocross enthusiast account Motorwens. At first the video starts out with nothing more than the rider taking his dirt bike down a long trail into the heart of the woods. He makes a comment about how the trail goes on forever, but continues descending further into the thick forests. It isn't until after 30 seconds or so of riding does the footage take a wicked turn. After stopping at a break in the trail, the camera turns towards the right, where a small white figure can be seen emerging from behind the shrub. The rider wastes no time in turning around, ready to leave whatever cursed corner of the woods he stumbled into. There's just one problem. The rider's dirt bike won't start. As his breath becomes heavier...
And that's kind of a red flag in a way, like, oh no, his dirt bike won't start.
The tension ratchets up, as one can feel the white figure getting closer. The rider kicks and kicks until his bike roars to life, and he can head back in the direction he came from. Even if the video is faked, you can hear the fear in his voice when he says that was a sign for him to leave. Take a look.
It's really quiet too, if I remember.
It just got really quiet really fast.
Yeah, they're not going to show the...
That was my cue to leave.
So what could this white figure be? Obviously the woods are notorious for playing host to bizarre and cryptic creatures. Some believe, including the rider, that he found a skinwalker in between its animal and human form. Others aren't so sure though, and actually think the rider rode right up to a secret hiding spot for a creature called the Rake. The Rake is a chilling supernatural entity that gained notoriety through internet folklore and creepypasta stories. We talked about it many years ago. Described as a humanoid creature with unsettling pale skin and elongated limbs, the Rake is known for its ability to instill intense fear in those who encounter it. Legends surrounding the Rake often depict it as a nocturnal stalker, silently appearing at the edge of one's vision before vanishing just as mysteriously. Witnesses recount disturbing experiences of feeling a profound sense of dread and helplessness in the creature's presence. The Rake has become a symbol of terror in online horror communities, with...
I had, after my mom died, I had two dreams about rake-like things. One of them was in October of 2012, and the other one was March of 2013. And it was very uncomfortable. Like, I woke up nightmare freaking out. I'll tell those stories if people care. If you want to hear them, I'll include those in the, I think I've told them before, but I'll include those in the video where I answer questions, which will probably be, I might let it go the rest of the month so people can get more questions in, and then maybe like a January 1st type video.
Stories and alleged sightings, contributing to its enduring legacy as a modern urban legend. So what do you think the rider found in the woods? Was it a skinwalker? Was it the Rake? Or was it another undiscovered cryptid waiting to be found? So that's it for this video. We hope you enjoyed these 5 seriously spooky videos going viral.
I bet the last one was a shark. Pretty sure. Okay. We're going to end that one right here. So, there's a thanks button on the channel. Sometimes it's not, you don't see it. There's the button with the 3 buttons, the ... You click on that and it'll appear. You can donate to the channel. If you do donate, you can request videos. You can donate without requesting. It's your choice. Forgot what else I was going to say. Oh yeah. Subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. I don't do them as much anymore, but I still try to. It's still good. Give a thumbs up. Thumbs up are really nice. People like thumbs up. There's a thumbs down, and there's this new competition. It's sponsored by YouTube. It's sponsored by YouTube and The Ultimate Chef, which is weird because what they do is they test hammers, and they test how strong and structurally strong and thick a hammer is by holding people down who give thumbs downs, and they bash their skulls in. So far, I found that the hammers are pretty strong. Never found a skull that's stopped it, let's just say. So, give a thumbs down if you want to be signed up for that course. And if not, you just have a good day, have a good night.